of hit a bit of a problemo here. That was rough.
Right. Good evening. We are coming to you from Menbinup, or nearly slipped my mind. Menbinup camp, beautiful little spot about 30 minutes east of Warton. Big, good day to talk about. I will just point out to start with that we did have an earlier recording for you with a beautiful backdrop that is behind us, except we waffled so much that we just couldn't actually put you through it. So anyway, now you get some more studio lighting.
Shut up, you waffle.
All right, I'm going to straight back into it then. This morning we started at Esperance. We had a fair bit of admin to cover. We packed up camp, and treat of the morning was?
Came across a nonna, went into the little Esperance Bay holiday park kitchen, and there was a tiny little nonna, whatever it is in Serbian
nonna.
Yeah, Serbian nonna. The tiny little kitchen was like covered floor to ceiling with flour, yogurt, eggs, baked goods. What do you call it?
And a lot of panic. She was frantic as she was in there.
And if
cooking
you walked,
up a
if
storm.
you entered, you just had like patisserie pastries.
Yeah.
Pastries like thrust upon you, which we ate.
Beautiful little.
It was great.
Yeah, that was a little
Brilliant.
highlight of the day.
Great start.
And then after that, I have been wearing through my tyre a lot faster than I had hoped. So I was thinking about all of a sudden getting the tyre changed in Esperance, but came up with a plan for Port Lincoln, which will make me put my mind at ease a little bit. It's still 1,800 kilometres to go until then, but that was good. Then we did some Woolies shopping.
I posted
Bunnings.
the Iliad.
Zeb got rid of his The
large
Burden, which was his very large book.
Yeah.
Now he's only down to one book.
Yeah.
And we're worried about that. So we got on the road at 9:45. That's a record for us.
Yep.
Yeah, and only a short stretch of blacktop. We headed east out of Esperance straight to Wiley Head, which is a cool little landmark on through some sandy tracks onto the beach. Got some cool drone photos, so cue drone photos. Very good. And then from the beach up onto Wiley Head itself, which is a big granite kind of headland.
Footage of that coming later, and some self-commentary.
Any comments on the emotion that might have
A lot of emotion. I was genuinely terrified, like really nervous. You'll hear it in the video at the very end, but I was very concerned. The summiting didn't go quite according to plan. I stayed on the bike, but it was not a smooth ride, terrifying. But to get to the top, pretty exciting. Was full of adrenaline, was jittery with the adrenaline.
I was happy to... I knew that was coming. I didn't share it too early, that we were riding up the sheer slab. Happy to have surprised you with that, because it all worked out well. We did need to come down the other side, which is also emotional.
Which was revealed to me at the top.
So after that, we jumped on Le Grand Beach, which is about 20 kilometres along the beach. Super hard packed. You were again rejoicing to be
Turns
in
out
sand.
I love sand, because sand's flat. It's not like this or like that.
Yeah, so that was actually great, and stunning beach. We got to Cape Le Grand Beach, pulled in to Cape Le Grand National Park, headed over to Lucky Bay, which is a classic. If you don't know WA, it's a classic WA beach. Whiter sand, arguably, in Australia, maybe the world.
Let's go with the
Seems
world.
like a big call. Yeah.
Anyone going to fact check us? No. In the
Don't.
world.
And then it was very windy. We boosted to the other side of Lucky Bay Beach. Lucky Bay Beach?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Anyway, came back.
To get out of the wind, got some cool photos. Came back.
Had a coffee.
We did get pulled over by the ranger because we weren't aware of the
10k an hour speed limit. Absolutely absurd.
And we were tearing past everybody on the beach thinking these guys are so slow. Anyway,
one of which was the ranger, actually, that we tore past.
We had a coffee, and then we had noticed on the way in, so we'd planned on, after Lucky Bay, heading further east on Rossiter Beach and connecting the beach tracks. The road was closed, which was disappointing.
We noticed that. We didn't notice the 10k an hour.
Yeah. And annoying because it was closed because the corrugations are too bad, which I think we could have dealt with on the bike. But That's okay. You're right there, Zebedee?
I'm going to fall over. We'll pick up. Love some fat.
So instead we went back up and around and back down we popped out at Dunn's Rocks, which was cool little farmland tracks at Dunn's Rocks onto the beach again, and then headed maybe about 10 k's along the beach. Again, pretty hard pack, a few soft little bits. You were doing well in the sand today.
Yeah, that's right.
Zeb was feeling
confidence is building.
Definitely.
Confidence is building. Yeah. A lot of wins today.
Happy to see a lot of winds, but also a lot of wind. We were punching into a big kind of Southern Ocean headwind, copping a lot of just sea spray on our visors and things, but still very pretty. And then we got to the off ramp off that beach into the dune track, and I wasn't really sure whether we'd get up that track or have to backtrack around. And happy to report that we did kind of got through that bit pretty well.
Did. I used Josh as a forward scout for most of that period, which is great because I just waited till Josh got bogged, and then once he got bogged, I went and took side tracks that didn't get me bogged. I had a great time.
Not one time would he then come back and help me stuck.
I did set up a video
down
camera
to the swing arm in sand. So cool little track working back from the dunes up back onto the kind of main road. And yeah, there were two sections of maybe 100 meters of really soft sand that I had to push my bike through in.
You did well, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Good job. I've been doing that a lot.
While doing that,
it's a hard thing to do.
A big rooster tail of sand that the wind was carrying back over me, getting into my hair, my pants, and my boots.
Yep.
So that was.
Josh complained a lot about having a lot of sand in his boots.
Yeah.
I haven't complained once this whole trip.
Not about that. So, good day. I think for us, it really felt like we've got some wins or runs on the board today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being past Esperance feels like we're in the beat of the trip.
Yeah. And being in a few areas where we're like, oh, people don't come here.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. So we actually feel like now we're going out exploring.
Definitely.
Not new ground, or unexplored ground, but yeah.
Dunn's Beach has that feeling of, and that track has that feeling of, nobody comes here. So if you're on your own and you need to work through that. Yeah. We are also now east of this western end of the Nullarbor. So that feels kind of cool. We're now paralleling the Nullarbor and aim to rejoin maybe about Cocklebiddy or Majura. So that's pretty exciting for us. And otherwise, your ankle's feeling all right today?
Yeah, strapped it heavily.
Yeah.
Kind of got through most of the day. So
yeah, good. Yeah. And then after all of Dunn's Beach stuff, we headed around into Wharton, beautiful little town, Duke of Orleans Bay, and then took Zeb on a little shortcut to our campsite. How did he find the shortcut?
Wasn't short.
No.
Did no cutting off of actual time. Actually, because you got bogged in sand.
I did, yeah.
A few times. Which
and you again took the cheats route and
let me finish. Work smarter, not harder, my friend.
So,
it's all up here.
We also came across a creek crossing that was a bit of a surprise, and creek crossing.
And because I'm such a smart motorbike rider, I let Josh do it on my bike because I knew that I would fall off or find it very difficult. So.
And then we arrived at this campsite, which you'll see photos of, is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
We've got we had the sunset over the water. We set up camp. One little challenge was we couldn't get any pegs in the ground, so our tents are secured by pretty significantly sized boulders on each corner.
If we do get blown away tonight, you'll know where we were because there's just 4 rocks in 2 little squares next to each other.
I also took 2 boulders inside my tent in case the pegs didn't hold.
Yeah.
And consequently took a lot of sand into my tent. So that was disappointing.
Yeah. Then went for a swim.
We did. We had a little nude swim.
Very lovely.
And while nude swimming, realised the waves were quite good and started body surfing. We had the time of our lives out there.
Yeah, it's good.
And to be honest, just glad that
when we say body surf, we were each individually surfing our own bodies.
I
wasn't
surfing
like
Deb.
surfing Josh's body.
No.
That's for later.
I was just glad that our bodies did not collide while mid-wave. But then we came out. Just been a lovely evening. We had some risotto.
We did do the initial recording of this, sitting here having a glass of wine and having... Oh my God, we forgot about the winery.
Wine. Condup Vineyard. We took a little detour because we saw the sign, and let's just say that was much better than expected.
Yeah,
little
really
Shannon Blanc. and some pickled octopus that we brought home for a little.
I got through 3 pieces.
Pre-dinner snack.
First 3 pieces were yummy. The last piece that I had was not so yummy. Actually, we've still got footage of that, so we can show you that.
We'll save you that. Otherwise, spectacular spot, and looking forward now. We're heading after this. Really, we'll go to Menbinup, fill up fuel, head really through Israelite, so Cape Arid National Park, Israelite Bay, and then camp tomorrow at Bilbunya Dunes, and then the next day come up for fuel at Kaiguna. Really, we could be off the grid, so hopefully we can get this video out tomorrow, and then
we know you're desperate for it.
Yeah, you must be hungry for this video. It's been a while, and there's some good content today, so it's going to be some feverish editing tonight, and we may be off the grid for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Otherwise, enjoy the videos.
Yeah.
Heading up over that rocky thing. Josh has just said, yeah, it'll be grippy. Just stay on the high side of the bike. Don't look down the low side. Just keep going till you get to the top. Gonna be honest, I am pretty nervous.
There we go.
Yeah? Thanks, Josh. Thanks. Gentlemen, I am nervous. Alright. Alright. Look ahead. Holy shitballs, that was terrifying. Fuck me sideways. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, fuck me. Oh, dear. Oh, God.
Let's keep on going, man.
Okay, we keep going, yeah. No. I almost fell off the back of the bike. I felt like I was going to do a wheelie underneath me. Oh. Oh.
Now here's the thing, Zebedee. It's normally much scarier to go down. And there is no other way. A bit lumpy, but same thing applies, right? You're just gonna. It is quite a bit steeper. That's good, mate. Look at that ocean. Take that path back there, so they don't need to follow me. Nice work, buddy.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Yuck, 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 yuck. Oh, sand. Sweet, sweet sand.
Happy looking Himmy. Look at him. Gobbling up that sand. stuck for a second time in the sand, and Zebedee finding an alternate path through the bushes. Perhaps where I would like to have gone. Here we go.
Oh, soft. Woohoo!
What, sand doesn't mean anything to you anymore? Alright, about 300 metres to our campsite for the night. I've convinced Zebedee that this little 80 metre stretch of soft sand is worth it for the campsite. I don't know whether he's going to believe me or not. He is carrying the precious cargo of our sell-it-all purchase, a delicious bottle of Chenin Blanc. Yes, 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 yes! Go son, go son, go son! Oh, he is eating it up. And he's through. Just like that.
Here comes Joshua. On Terence? Tenere? Tarshan the T7? I can't remember its name. Anyway, here comes Joshua. Yay, Joshua. Oh, yes. He's adopted my technique. The faithful waddle.
Chug, chug, chug. Bit of up and over. Alright, get ready for the big reveal of this campsite. I actually forget the name. I'll have to we'll tell you about that later. Alright, how about it?
Rocks
We've
all
been-
over the countryside.
We've been talking so long, my hot chocolate got cold.
No. Yeah, maybe.
Good night.